Good afternoon and welcome back to Osijek for another final of the European Championships for 25, 50 and 300 metres here at the Olympic shooting range at Pampas. It's absolutely baking outside, as we would say in Great Britain. That just means hot. Temperatures in the high 20s, which means that heat has manifested itself into this temporary finals hall, this huge marquee that we're in. So I'm 5 metres up in the air alongside Christoph Durr of Switzerland, who will be alongside me for this commentary of the 50-metre rifle 3P trio women. So that's what's coming up next. Then later today, 6:45 this evening, the 25-metre rapid fire trio men is coming for you after our coverage earlier today of the 25-metre pistol trio women, in which Germany were victorious. Who will be victorious here? Well, we've got a bronze medal match to settle first of all, and then we will move on to the gold medal match. So the bronze medal match will be contested between Poland and Serbia, the gold medal match between Switzerland and Norway. Now, Christoph, being from Switzerland, who's your pick for the bronze medal out of Poland and Serbia?
We have seen Poland as a very, very strong team. Julia Piotrowska making 2 finals this week already. So it's going to be a close. It's going to be a close final, but I'm going to get my money on Poland.
So over 50 metres, first team to get to 16 points takes the bronze medal. Now these are small ball rifles, so up to 8 kilos in weight, 5.6 calibre, and the bullseye just 10.4 millimetres. Easy, Chris, easy.
Easy.
You did it yesterday, though. You managed to get a bronze medal yesterday. You shot very well, actually.
Yeah, I was very happy with my own performance in the final. The semi-finals weren't quite that good, but in the finals I was able to nail the kneeling position again, and that made us finally winning the bronze together with Nina, a strong standing shooter as well.
There was a 10.9 in there, wasn't there, as well? 2?
I think 1 in the second last shot, if I'm not mistaken.
Just 1 in your... Yeah, if you're not mistaken of your own... of your own final. If you don't know, then who is going to know? But yeah, great to have Chris with us. Do let us know where you are watching around the world. Do leave your comments of support in the comments section, and you can like and subscribe to the ESC video stream channel. That way you'll get notified of all our upcoming broadcasts to your phone, tablet or computer, or perhaps even you might even be wiring it through your television. But do let us know what you're doing, and let's celebrate the world of shooting sport. So the bronze medal match coming up in just a second. The rifles are there down on the mat, they're ready. Poland and Serbia just waiting in the presentation area, so the preparation area even, just off to our left at the moment. So that's Petar Plavcic, our Chief Range Officer. And here's our announcer with the introductions.
2024, the European Shooting Confederation welcome you to the shooting range Pampas. The 50-meter rifle 3-position trio women bronze medal match will now begin. And here are the finalists for the bronze match. On firing point, G, F and E representing Serbia, Andrea Arsovic, Sanja Vukašinović i Teodora Vukojević. They are followed by their coach, Dragan Donovic.
Well, what an experienced team the Serbians are providing, with Andrea Arsovic, now 37 years old, alongside Sanja Vukašinović and Teodora Vukajevic, and their coach is Dragan Donovic. So here's the Polish team of Natalia Kochanska, Alexander Pietruk and Julia Piotrowska, and the coach is Pavel Pietruk.
The Chief Range Officer for this final is Petar Plavcic from Croatia.
So just giving our jury members their introduction, there's Matthias Nagy of Hungary, and alongside Bizerka Verbek of Croatia. And once again, Petar Plavcic of Croatia will be our Chief Range Officer. Well, I see some smiles from Andrea Arsovic. She's clearly settling in well and looks relaxed. And without doubt, the most experienced of all the shooters who are out there for this bronze medal match. There's Natalia Kachanska just getting settled in. So Poland versus Serbia in this 50-metre rifle 3 positions trio bronze medal match. 1 stands, 1 kneels, and 1 athlete is in prone position. Chris, do you have a favourite position?
Well, my favorite position is kneeling. It always has been throughout my career. But in a final like this, in a setting like this, all the positions can make the difference. Normally, what you would normally see in an individuals final is that the standing turns out to be the most decisive position. In a teams final like this, in the trio event, all the positions can actually make the difference, and that's what makes this competition very, very interesting and very, very close also.
So the 5 minutes of preparation and sighting time is underway. So when it came to the decision yesterday between yourself and Nina, did Nina know? She was thinking Chris is going to want to kneel, he's not going to want to stand.
Well, it was the obvious choice to do it like that. Nevertheless, I had a great standing in the semi-finals, so we quickly talked about it. But in the end, we came through with the decision.
So Julia Piotrowska, 22 years old, silver medalist 2 days ago, and also European champion in 10 metres as a junior here in Osijek in 2021. And moving on now to Alexandra Pietruk, 23 years old, and a bronze medal in the prone as a junior in Changwon at the World Championships. I remember being at that one myself nearly 6 years ago. It's amazing to think the Changwon World Championships was that long ago.
The first team to score 16 points or more will be declared the winner of the match. In case of a tie, both teams have scored 16 points.
And Natalia Kachanska makes up the Polish trio, 27 years old, European Championship gold and bronze medalist in the team women's events, and a gold medal in the prone at the Junior World Cup 2016. So even at 27 years old, has been on the world stage for some years. And there's Paweł Pietruk, the Polish coach.
Enjoy this match and to be a part of this match by cheering your athletes on.
So taking a closer look at the Serbian team, Teodora Vukojevic, 21 years old, World Cup bronze medalist in the mixed team in Cairo 2022, and a European Championship gold medalist in the 10 metre in Hamar in Norway. So you can see all of these athletes so far, plenty of medals among them. And next is Sanja Vukasinovic for Serbia, 26 years old. They have a young team with Andrew Arsevic about to be introduced next. Who's in the standing position, just getting her feet into the right place, just settling in. 37 years old and so experienced. She was 8th in the Tokyo final at the Olympics, and was a gold medalist in the World Cup final as well, so maybe perhaps a bronze medal today for Serbia, maybe a bronze for Poland. We'll find out over the next half an hour or so. And Dragan Donovic is the Serbian coach. So Chris, yesterday the conditions here in Osijek with this marquee, this huge tent set up. You're a fit man. How are you feeling the heat?
It was quite boiling in here, to be honest with you. But there comes the element of physics into our sport. Normally, when you see we're a very static sport, so we're not moving that much. But in conditions like that, you also want to be physically fit to be able to deal with the environmental stuff, with the heat, with the hot air. And the fitter you are, the better your physical condition is, the better you're able to keep your mind and keep your mind cool. And it's really a key element in circumstances like that.
And had you been into the finals hall, just to actually see the conditions and have a look? Because I saw you helping the jury out with something before the final started.
Yeah, this is normally one of the routines that I do before a final, that I quickly gonna go into the finals hall to check the setup of the final range, to check the light conditions of the targets, because this can be all the time different in all the different final halls around the world. And here with a provisional tent in which we're shooting. It's definitely something else than what we see around the world in the other shooting ranges. So, and actually there had been a slight mix-up with the letters that you see that point out the targets, and gladly we were able to sort that out before the final.
So Chief Range Officer's just given the 30-second command. When you're out there, Chris, and you hear that, is that when the switch flicks?
No, you just really know that now you have to close in. You have to really make the decision, maybe for your last adjustments on the rifle, and really try to get your mind laser focused for the first shot. Maybe catch a breath again to calm yourself down, or even push yourself a little bit, and then be prepared for the first shot.
I like that, laser focused. Laser focused with no lasers. So here we go, this is the 50-metre rifle, 3 positions, ESC, European Shooting Confederation bronze medal match for trio women. So it's the point system, which means individual shots are what counts, and then an overall total. So 31 for Serbia, which means they take the first series win. If you have the highest total, you get 2 points. If at any point the scores are tied, then it does mean that each team gets 1 point each. So 32.7 is the highest combined total should each athlete get a 10.9, which is the highest individual shot, and those 3 scores combined.
Close. That was a close one. 30.9 for Poland and 30.8 for Serbia. This is what we expect for the rest of the final, to be honest. It's going to be quite a close match between the 2 teams. And yeah, every shot can make, every decimal can make the difference here.
Yes, we've seen it so many times, haven't we? Even those 0.1s. And it's amazing as well, I think, particularly in a trio match where you think to yourself, by the time you get towards the end, the amount of shots that have been taken, the amount of decimals that are involved, and yet, of course, the point system then converts it to 2 or 1 point or no points. But at the same time, these point system matches can go very close indeed. 10.8 from Vukojevic and 29.9, and there's another 10.8 on the other side from Natalia Kachanska, 31.7.
So 31.7 being a great score for the team. Everything above 31 is considered a very, very great score, and can get you very close to winning those 2 points for that round.
So Poland 2, Poland 4, Serbia 2. So it's all level for the first time since the beginning when it was 0-0. And as Chris was alluding to a second ago, is this to be the shape of this bronze medal match?
No team has been able to pick up any momentum yet. It's quite a balanced or quite an even competition so far. Momentum being a super important factor here in this finals format as well. And let's see what's going to come ahead for us.
So it's moving thick and fast. It's certainly got some pace to it, and Poland have another 2 points, 6 points to 4.
I think that's actually the second round already, where a 0.1 makes a difference and gives a point to one of the 2 teams. Poland with a better end again, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see what's going to come in the next shot.
10.7. Great way to start for Natalia Kaczynska in this sixth series. And once again, another quick series. I mean, there's 50 seconds on the clock, but most of it's just coming in around the 19, 18 second mark. It's an incredible pace. I mean, I'd be taking all day. Poland 6, Serbia 6.
And another round that was decided by just 0.1 of a difference. Let's see how many more of those we're gonna get. The sling positions normally shooting really fast compared to the standing positions. Oh, great shot, 10.9 by Sanja Vukasinovic from Serbia. 31.7, great score for the team.
And yes, 32.7 is the highest total in the trio. And we've been graced with a 10.9 already in this bronze medal match. And this is the bronze medal match. We haven't even moved on to the gold just yet. So Serbia take the lead. Poland 6, Serbia 8.
9.4 by Serbia's Andrea Arzovic, but nevertheless enough to make the next 2 points. Serbia now 10 and Poland with 6.
So a 4-point advantage. The first team to get to 16 points takes the bronze medal. So the Serbian team now know that they're possibly 3 series wins away from taking bronze.
Another 10.9. Great shot by Teodora Vukojevic.
So 10.9 in the prone position. But Poland took that series win, 30.7. So they close in on another 2 points. Poland won't want this bronze medal match to slip away. Serbia 2 points in front. It's Poland 8, Serbia 10.
Yeah, this format shows that you should never give up. Yesterday we saw in the duet final that in the gold medal match between Norway and Ukraine, Norway was 8 points behind, 8-0, and managed to catch it up again and going to the very last shot again. So tides can turn pretty quickly this final.
So Vukojevic with another high shot, a 10.7, and we've got our first draw, 30.2, which when you think what are the chances of having 6 shots with the amount of decimals that we have, the chances of getting a draw, but it does happen, and it means Poland get 1 point and Serbia get 1 point. Now bear in mind the target at the other end in the centre bullseye, 10.4 millimetres over a distance of 50. And 10.8 from Vukojevic. And that's a great score from the Serbians, 31.5. What can Poland respond with? And it's another draw. Would you believe it? 2 draws in a row. It just shows the standards that we've got here at the European Shooting Championship in Osijek in Croatia. Nothing to separate these two. Christoph Durr next to me said it'll be a very close bronze medal match. If he can predict the future that well, I might even ask Chris for some lottery numbers for this weekend.
Happy to provide you with them.
A 10, a 9.
Will be definitely included, yes. .9 by Julia Piotrowska in the standing position. Amazing shot for her. Tying up the final once again, 12-12. that's going to be an interesting situation right now.
And Andrea Arsevic just turning back to take a look at Dragan Donovic. Almost a face which said, something's happening that's happened before. And I'm sorry about the shot in the 8 ring. Particularly when you're standing and you shoot a shot in the 8s, and then your competitor who's standing shoots a 10.9.
10.8 by Teodora Vukojevic, very great shot.
And once again, the series is completed with just over 20 seconds to go. So Serbia have crept into the lead once again. I think Dragan Donovic just trying to stay calm at the moment, because Serbia are 1 series away from taking a bronze medal in maybe even record time. This has just been so quick. And when you consider that there's been 2 draws already in this match,
.30.2, is that going to be enough to take home the bronze medal? Not quite yet. 14.14.
So Poland once again have dug deep, 31.0, and they're in front by a difference of 0.8. And Poland have 14 points, Serbia have 14 points. So each team really now at the moment can only afford another draw. Obviously each team will now be wanting a series win.
That will give them the bronze medal.
And 30.1 from Serbia. And would you believe it, 30.5 for Poland. They've done it. They needed another series win. And Pavel Piotruk just blows out a massive bit of breath, because I think they're absolutely relieved to have got there. I mean, it may be one of the quickest bronze medal matches I've ever seen in my time. But it was hard really to separate the 2 teams, and hard to say who deserved it most. But in the end, it was Poland that got over the line and managed to take that last series win to take the bronze medal by 16 points to 14.
Yeah, great score, great fighting spirit by both teams. None of the teams have given up. Both of them have been fighting for the next points. We have seen a very, very close final. We have not seen that one of the teams was able to build up any momentum. Now with the better end for the Polish team, might be a little bit also connected to the recent successes they had in this week. That gives you maybe that extra belief in yourself, that extra boost of confidence that can help you in those decisive moments. But Serbia definitely gave them a hard fight for this bronze medal.
Yeah, it was an incredible bronze medal match, and I really would like to see the stats on what's been one of the quickest medal matches ever. I mean, of course, if you win 16-0, then that's one way of getting there. But in terms of a score like that, 16-14, the speed at which some of those shots were coming in, particularly in the standing position, was just unbelievable. Just world-class stuff here in the middle of Osijek, the 4th largest city in the whole of Croatia. So still to come then, we have the gold medal match coming up for you in just a second. Switzerland versus Norway, 2 giants in the world of rifle shooting. Who will take the gold? Who will take the silver? Well, that's coming up for you on the ESC video stream channel. Do like the channel, do subscribe, that way you get notifications of all our finals. You may hear some of the whoops in the background. It's because the Swiss team have appeared out into the finals hall, closely followed by the Norwegian team. So Chris, just before we get going with this gold medal match, I mean, I won't ask you the obvious question of who you'd like to win in this one, but it's a big year. I mean, here we are at the European Shooting Championships. We've had more quota places for the Paris Olympic Games. Your selection process is coming up for Switzerland, but just before we talk about the Olympic Games, we see the finals, we see the athletes come out and perform at their best, but your life as a shooter, what goes on when you're not in the final? How does it all start? Well,
there is obviously a lot of preparation coming to a competition like this. especially on the material side of things. You're really trying to get out the best of every bit of material that you have, and as you can see, we have quite a lot of material going into this competition here. We're talking about jackets, trousers, but also about the rifle and the ammunition of the rifle, and especially into the bench testing, as we call it. There's a lot of time that we invest into it because we're talking here about decimals. We just saw in the final before how decisive 0.1 point can be, and when you bench test your rifle, that means that you put your rifle, you fix it, and then you try different lots of ammunition to find really the best match between the ammunition and the rifle to really get a really narrow group to be able to score those really high tens in a consistent manner. And this is maybe not the most interesting part of our training,
but it's necessary
of our job, but it's definitely necessary, and it has become even more important with all the decimal scoring systems that we have in the finals and so forth.
And that's what it's all about. It is about those millimetres of difference, and as you say, it's not just with the equipment, it's with you as a person, your suit and everything. And of course, the last thing anybody wants in the world of shooting is to perhaps lose a gold medal by 0.1.
Definitely. No, that's really something that you invest the time into. Also, to get to know your material a little bit, to grow confident with your own material. When you see on the bench that you know, and you see the groupings that your rifle is able to produce together with that ammunition, that gives you really a boost of confidence. And when you can go with such a material to the European Championships, and then you know this, okay, I'm ready for this, and this can give you like the extra confidence boost that you need to be able to perform really on a high level here.
Well, you talk about equipment and clothing. Even I added to my shooting clothing yesterday. I picked up a pair of bamboo socks that I'm gonna. To be honest, I might use them more for walking than I will for shooting, because there's one thing you never want to see me do, Chris, and that's fire a rifle. I can tell you that. But I mean, again, even when it comes down to the as you said, the maintenance of your rifle and the cleaning of it and stuff. I mean, how many shots would you like to take after that process to be happy with what you're doing?
So normally after cleaning, there are not many shots that you need to be able to get the rifle back in a good group. Normally it's just like 2-3 shots until the barrel is warmed up again, and it's already performing at peak performance again. Nevertheless, it's super important also for you to clean the rifle pretty regularly, just to ensure that it's a very long-lasting rifle, so you can shoot with it longer, but also the performance-wise. I always compare it a little bit to a Formula 1 car. You also take care of that, and you take the motor apart, you make the service of your motor, and with the rifle it's pretty much the same.
So we're about to get underway now with the 50-metre trio 3P and the gold medal match. And after hearing that insight from Christoph Durr about the preparation that goes in, we're now going to see what happens when it counts.
On firing point, G, F, and E, representing Norway, Jeanette Gustav, James
So here come the Norwegian team, led out by Jeanette Justad, now 25 years old, alongside 26-year-old Jenny Steiner and 23-year-old Mari Lusef. And their coach today is Espen Knutsen, who's towering above Mari Lusef. Meanwhile, here come the Swiss team, and Chiara Leone is the first to come, gold medalist from 2 days ago, 25 years old, and then 30-year-old Nina Kristen, the Olympic champion at 3P at Tokyo. She also took a bronze medal in the 10-metre at the Olympic Games. And then one of the wonders of shooting sport at the moment, Emily Yeji, at 15 years old, and I know I haven't quite said that properly, Chris.
We give it to you.
Mateusz Nagy of Hungary is our jury in charge. And there's Petar Plavčić of Croatia, who's our chief range officer once again for this final. He's been in command of everything we've been doing so far. So the Norwegians sharing a joke amongst themselves, clearly relaxed. Switzerland versus Norway. So if you have just joined us, then welcome. My name is Rory McAllister. I'm your commentator. Alongside me is Christoph Durr, who picked up a bronze medal yesterday, alongside Nina Christen, the 3P Tokyo Olympic champion. And we're just settling in to get ready for this gold medal match. And if it's anything like the bronze medal match, well, then we're in for a real treat. Personally, I don't quite think it's going to be as quick in terms of the series. Sometimes in the standing position, Jeanette, for example, Jeanette Justad for Norway, likes to take a little bit longer. But it's the drama and the excitement of the final we're after, not necessarily how quick it goes by. So your pick for this one then, Chris. Who's going to take gold?
Obviously, I'm gonna cheer for Switzerland.
I thought you might say that. And let's have a look at the Swiss team. So, Chris, you can pronounce this surname for me correctly.
Emily Jäcki.
Emily Jäcki is the first one we're looking at. 15 years old, bronze medalist 2 days ago here in Osijek. Alongside her in the kneeling position is Nina Christen, bronze medalist yesterday in the duet competition. Next to Chris, who's alongside me. And just so much experience, and just one of the nicest people I've ever met in the world of shooting is Nina. Next is 25-year-old Chiara Leone, who took a gold medal and that priceless quota place for the Paris Olympic Games a few days ago. And she'll be in the prone position for Switzerland.
I
think the jury have spotted something. Okay, so Chiara Leone has left the field of play.
I'm not 100% sure what the problem is, but she was touching the trigger, so it might be a problem with her trigger system. But sure, we'll get some updates on that.
Well, I don't think it was missed. Can I go to the toilet?
No, definitely not. That's something that you have on your checklist when you prepare for a final, that's for sure. But it looks like it's a problem with her triggering system. The triggers being electronic, therefore they need some juice to be able to run. And without the juice, they're not running and they're not working. And maybe that might be a problem right now, but I'm not quite sure about that.
So just looking at the Norwegian team now. So Mari Lufsev, 23 years old, bronze medalist yesterday in the duet alongside Henrik Larsson. Next is 26-year-old Jenny Steiner, who was a gold medalist at the European Games in Wroclaw. Myself and Chris were commentators on that day. And here is Jenny Steiner, part of such a prolific Norwegian team. She was 9th in Tokyo at the Olympic Games. And you'd have to say it's just got so much stronger since then. Gold medalist at the World Championships in the 3P mixed team. Are just some of the medals that Jenny's taken over the last couple of years. And then finally completing the Norwegian lineup, 25-year-old Jeanette Justad, who was 4th in both the 3P Tokyo Olympic final, and Jeanette was also 4th in the 10-metre Tokyo final. She's got 14 World Cup medals, and a European champion. She took 3 golds in a row in Tallinn last year, 2023. Now we've got 2 minutes on the shot clock, and still at the moment, Chiara Leone still hasn't come back to the field of play.
Luckily, those if the triggering or if the malfunction is really with the triggering system, luckily those systems don't take long to load up, at least to an amount which allows her to shoot the final. She has around 1 minute and 30 seconds left. Certainly not optimal, because she has to come back, find her position, get some sighting shots out if she's able to do that, but we'll see.
So we've just been told as well by some of the jury members that it's a recharging battery for the trigger.
There we see her in the background, putting the charger on the triggering system. Looks like she's able to pull it away any second and come back to the field of play. I hope it's going to be fast enough for her to get a sighting shot out, because you definitely want to have at least one sighting shot to know whether you're on the target, whether the sights are adjusted correctly. She definitely has the class to recover from that, but certainly that's not optimal. That's not something that you want to meet in a final like that.
And just some of the Norwegian team taking their seats in front of us. So this finals hall is still filling up. I don't think it's going to be long before it will be standing room only, like it's been for some of the finals.
There she comes back.
So there's the 30-second command from the Chief Range Officer. And Chiara Leone is now back onto the field of play and getting down onto the mat as quickly as possible.
It's probably not enough time for her to get a sighting shot out, so she will have to handle the pressure of the live shots without having shot any sighting shot, which is definitely going to be a challenge for her. But we'll see how she manages this very stressful situation.
Yes, well, Chiara's certainly experienced enough, even at 25. So this is it, we're into it. Yeah, Chiara Leone has no sighting time. So let's just see what she can come up with against this fairly formidable Norwegian trio. And Daniel
Berger
is the coach. There's Jair Davidovic, who is one of the vice presidents of the European Shooting Confederation. And just getting the graphics for you, here they are. And Switzerland 28.8. So Chiara Leone, first shot was an 8.9.
At least that gives you now the information of where your sights are adjusted to, and from there you can take it and get yourself into the 10 ring. So I hope she's able to manage to hit the 10 ring in the next shot. And contribute with, again, a big part to the team.
And of course, with it being the point system, it means that that 8-ring shot is now wiped away. You can then start again. It doesn't then count towards your overall total. So, because I've also seen this happen to Nina Christian in a match such as this, where she's hit shots in the 8 rings, but sometimes it doesn't matter because it's the overall points that count. And Chiara Leone that time with a 10.6. And we've got a tie at the moment. Switzerland 2 points, Norway 2 points. Switzerland with the higher total that time, 31.2.
That's maybe the class that you see with athletes like Chiara, who was able to win the gold medal herself earlier this week. With even only one shot, she was able to catch up again. Shooting another 10.6, great shot. For a hectic preparation like that. 10.8 by Mary Lovsef. Really great shot as well in the prone position.
So 31.0 for Switzerland. It's enough to edge out Norway once again by a gap of 0.4. So Switzerland go into the lead. It's Switzerland 4, Norway 2. The first team to get to 16 points will be crowned as the European champions and the gold medalists. And nice to see the crowd getting involved as well so early on in this gold medal match, just providing their support for the athletes, and Kuna the mascot is leading the way with the chants.
Jenny Stine with a 10.5 in the kneeling position for Norway, which is a great shot for her.
And there's an ooh that rings round the crowd. There's Henrik Larsson, who was alongside Mari Lusef to take a bronze medal in the duet. And the ooh rings round because both teams have scored 30.5. So Switzerland 5, Norway 3.
10.9 by Jenny Steiner in the kneeling position. Great shot. She's having a great final so far. 32.1. An amazing score for the Norwegian team. Getting them another 2 points. And tying the match at 5 points each.
So Switzerland 5, Norway 5. And in the kneeling position like that, Chris, I mean, obviously apart from trying to get the best shot, what is it that you're really trying to focus on?
Well, kneeling is a lot about balance, trying to find the right position, trying to also work with the pulse. Oftentimes shooters experience a pulse movement on the rifle, and you want to really hit the sweet spot when your rifle is moving back into the target to release the shot and score a great point.
So 30.9 from Switzerland, 29.9 from Norway, so they're 1 point behind in that one. And all shots in the tens for Switzerland.
Let's see what happens next.
For the next competition shot, load.
And in terms of choosing who goes prone, kneeling and standing, it doesn't necessarily surprise me that Norway opted for Jeanette Justad to be in the standing position.
We actually see a very, very interesting matchup. Jeanette and Emily Jacki for the Swiss team, matching up in standing against each other. Those were also the two. 10.9 by Nina Kristen. Great shot. 10.9 by Mari Lufsev from Norway.
These two Titan countries, Switzerland and Norway, with Justad still to shoot. And as we said earlier, that we thought Jeanette would take her time. So all shots in the 10 ring and two 10.9s. But Switzerland have just edged that one with a 31.5 total. 0.4 in front of Norway. Norway now 4 points behind. It's Switzerland 9, Norway 5. Yes, you're on camera. There we go. Give us a wave.
As I was saying, in earlier this year we saw in Rio a quarter-place tournament, and also being the last two in the final was Jeanette Hegtustad against Emily Jacki. So an interesting matchup in the standing position there. Maybe Emily getting her revanche for the silver medal there in Rio.
Well, 30.8 for Switzerland and 31.3 for Norway. So big smiles from Espen Knudsen. Just a reminder that the coaches can call a timeout at any point. And the timeouts last anything up to 60 seconds. Sometimes teams take the full allocation, sometimes they don't. And Norway have managed to pull back another 2 points. Switzerland 9, Norway 7. First team to 16 will be crowned European champions and the gold medalists.
Timeouts being a very interesting element in this competition format. Oftentimes used to get the other team off their rhythm, off their... we've seen great shots so far. 31.2 by Switzerland, 31.0 by Norway.
So once again it's very close. And I think just looking at the face of Jenny Steiner, I think she knows exactly what's going on here. Is this gold medal starting to slip away from Norway? I think we have to agree with that statement. Surely the cutest Martin in Croatia.
Let's see whether Switzerland can build up here some momentum. I expect if the next point will go to Switzerland again, maybe the coach of Norway taking the time out to try to get Switzerland off the momentum here. But we'll see. 10.9 by Nina Kristen. That's the second one already for her this final. Oh, sorry. I was mistaken. 10.9 by Chiara Leone.
30.7 for Switzerland. 31.1 for Norway. They've managed to pull it back again. So the drama continues here in Osijek in Croatia. And Switzerland on 11 points. Norway have another valuable series win to get up to 9 points.
Next competition shot. Low.
And will the momentum now be with Norway for this next series? We shall see.
You hear the clapping of the crowd in the background. It's always an interesting element for the shooters in the line. It changes a little bit your perception of time. And maybe get you under stress a little bit, getting the impression that time might slip away.
Well, Switzerland have done it once again, 31.2. Just looking at the face of the Olympic champion Nina Kristin, and Espen Knutsen has called a timeout. This doesn't surprise me at all. Chris was just talking a second ago about even disrupting rhythm, but I think also sometimes just to go over with words of encouragement to the team.
Definitely. This also gives the opportunity to all the athletes to quickly take a breath, to try to calm themselves down again. We have seen at the moment Jenny Stine trying to build up her position new, trying to get her rifle adjusted again, to find the balance again that we talked earlier about. We have seen here the Swiss team, Daniel Berger, managed by Daniel Berger today. And also Nina adjusting again her sling, I see. Trying to get the best out of it for the upcoming series.
And you know as well, don't you, Chris? You know when you're in exactly the right position as an athlete, and if you can't quite get, it's like just trying to get comfortable. Even when you're perhaps sat at home watching a movie, the minor adjustments can just alleviate some stress on your back or something. And it's the same with this. And I think you can see Jenny Stainer almost a slight frustration, thinking I can't quite get into the millimetre of position that I know I can be in order to perform at my best.
Exactly. That's exactly that. .0 for Switzerland and 30.3 for Norway.
So they've just crept in front, and once again we've seen the positive impact of a timeout, and it's worked for Norway. Perhaps Espen Knutsen's timing and then the actual timeout itself, you'd have to say, might have come at exactly the right time, because Norway now find themselves just 2 points behind Switzerland. And this is a real battle between these two giants of rifle shooting in terms of countries, Switzerland and Norway.
Definitely the two teams to beat at the moment. With excellent shooters in both teams. Anyone can make here the difference.
And the quality of athletes as well that we've got in this gold medal match. We've got two athletes from the Olympic final in the 3P, the gold medalist and Janetji Stad, was in 4th position that day. I remember being announcer for that actual final in Tokyo, and it was a real moment. So, would you believe it? It's gone level again in terms of points. Switzerland 13, Norway 13. You have to say, if either team now gets the next series win and notches up to 15 points, you can then afford a draw, because you're only 1 point away then from the magical total of 16.
That's it. Seeing 32 from Norway in the last series is probably the highest score that we have seen in the finals today so far. That was an amazing score, 10.8, 10.6, 10.6 by Norway. Emily Erki taking the aim. Let's see what shot she can contribute to the Swiss team. 10.7! What a great score!
And Switzerland have taken a series win, 31.3. Norway 0.9 behind. Janetji Stad with a shot in the 9 rings, just under the 10. And it's just under the 10 and just down off to the right. But it's been a long and grueling day, and there are very hot conditions in the finals hall today. So is this the last series? Is this the moment where the Swiss team take the gold medal? Will Norway be able to take another series win and claw back another 2 points?
10.6 by Chiara Leone. 10.7 by Nina Christen. 10.7 by Mary Lossa on the other side in the prone position. 10.6 by Emily Ecki.
And now they've done it because they're 11 points in front, so Switzerland are the gold medalists, 31.9. It was a mathematical impossibility that Norway could keep up after that prolific shooting. What a final series to get over the line. What composure and what brilliance, and just some world-class shooting from the Swiss team, who take the gold medal 17 points to 13.
Amazing shooting by all the three athletes. Overcoming hurdles as we have not seen it before. Chiara Leone having to start the final without any siding shots.
And she was a gold medalist earlier in the competition, and Chiara Leone gets her second gold medal of the European Shooting Championships. Big hugs all round from the Swiss team. And let's also congratulate the Norwegian team, the silver medalists. They put up a real fight, and the trio of Mary Lusev, Jenny Steiner and Jeanette Justad are silver medalists. So then they'll be joined by the bronze medalists who are just coming out to join them, as we'll go over to our announcer for the official announcements of the medalists and the presentations. Well, Chris, what a gold medal match.
What a gold medal match. What a bronze medal match that we have seen. It's a super interesting format, I think, and I think the finals proved that to us.
So a bronze medal for Switzerland in the duet, a gold medal for Chiara Leone in the individual event, and now a gold medal in the trio event.
For the medalists of the 50-meter rifle trio women event, bronze medalist representing Poland, Julia Eva-Piotrowska, Alexandra Nagielu, and Natalia Kołacka.
So here's the Polish trio, bronze medalist Teodora Vukojevic, Sania Vukosinowicz and Andrea Arsevic were the Serbian team who came fourth. But the Polish team with the bronze medal, Julia Pietrowska, Aleksandra Pietruk and Natia Konchanska are the bronze medalists for Poland. So here's the silver medalists. This is Mary Lusev, Jenny Steiner and Jeanette Justad for Norway.
And after all the technical difficulties, gold medal winners representing Switzerland, Emily Ecki, Nina Christen, and Chiara Leone.
So Emily Ecki, Nina Christen and Chiara Leone, who started without any sighting shots, just goes to show you. She was a gold medalist here in the European Championship, so she certainly got the calibre, and that's how it finished. Poland with the bronze, Norway with the silver, and Switzerland with another medal at this European Shooting Championships. This time it was gold. So what a gold medal match that was. The bronze medal match was certainly worth watching back as well. The speed at which that was completed was unbelievable. Well, thank you very much for joining us for both those medal matches. We're back later today, 6:45 in the evening, local time here in Osijek in Croatia. The next event is the 25-metre rapid fire trio men. So from myself, Rory McAllister, alongside me, Christoph Durr, thank you very much for joining us, and we'll see you again later today.